mic, check.
Peace, family. Back in the building. My brother KT, the arts degree, St. Francis College. He's about to hit the stage. What's going on, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, man.
What's up?
You was here last week doing your thing. You still here?
Still in the building.
You said you leaving on Wednesday, right? Or
no, next weekend.
Next
I'll
weekend.
be here all week. I'm
right,
still
all
here.
week. Right. Okay. KT will be here all week, family.
That ain't cliche. I'll be here all week.
Listen, man. As always, you got your product with you on the table. You got the Bale Bob.
Yes.
You got a couple of different things. What I want to talk to you real quick is something that I guess we all should be concerned with, and that's raising alkaline children.
Oh, yes.
Children with an alkaline diet. And let me say it like that.
Yes.
Now, this Bale Bob, show me that Bale Bob real quick, my brother. These are some things KT, when my queen was pregnant, he had her taken.
That's right.
So that Bale Bob, my brother, I just want to introduce because I know a lot of people never heard of this stuff.
Yep.
So what the hell is Bale Bob?
Well, what I usually tell people to do just to kind of get a visualization is to remember the Lion King, the animated, the throwback, back the 94 version. Rafiki lived in the baboon, he lived in this big tree, and he used to draw Simba up on the tree. That's a Bale Bob tree. And on this tree is a fruit that grows, and they look like a bunch of dead rats hanging from the branches. It's shaped like a football. It's covered in fur. But when you crack it open, it's this chalky substance inside that when you ground it down, it turns to a fine powder. And this fine powder has a high amount of vitamin C, ascorbate, which is very good. Obviously, antioxidants, regeneration in tissue. But most importantly, it's a prebiotic for the gut. Like, we hear a lot about probiotics introducing bacteria, foreign bacteria in your gut, but it's a prebiotic that actually nourishes the pre-existing bacteria in your gut so that you create a more diversified population of bacteria in your gut, and then it is balanced in your digestive system.
So does it, like, since it's nourishing the bacteria, does it also get rid of the bad bacteria?
Definitely, because the bad bacteria is a byproduct of the diet and the environment that you're in. You eat certain things, you tell your body that you want to create certain microbes. So those microbes starts to proliferate. And in the explosion and the proliferation of those bad bacteria, that's how you end up creating leaky gut. That's how you create gastrointestinal disorders.
What's leaky gut? What's leaky gut, my brother?
Leaky gut is a situation where the cells of your intestines that are normally fit together like Legos, when you put Legos together, you can hardly see the lines, it's just like one piece.
Right.
But when you start removing the bricks, you see that space? There's a space in between your cells just like that, and what happens is now bacteria, microbes, fungus, and other things can leak in the areas that normally shouldn't be in there. You know what I mean? It's almost like if you got a cup. The cup is designed to hold liquid, but if there's a leak inside the cup, then that cup is going to spill on your pants. That liquid ain't supposed to be on your pants. It's supposed to be in the cup. So that's what leaky gut is in a nutshell.
So this Bale Bob, how high is it in vitamin C? Because that's one of the first things
I don't know the exact number off the top right now, but it's one of the highest. Now, it's not the highest. The highest is actually something called amla, which is Indian gooseberry. It's almost alien how much vitamin C is in there. However, Bale Bob is a close second to that in regards to the amount that's in there. So because of it being the prebiotic properties that it have along with the vitamin C, that's what kind of brings it up a notch by it having those two properties to it.
Indeed. I think it also lowers blood sugar, I think.
Oh, definitely. Diabetics would definitely love using it because it has a very low glycemic index, meaning that when you're digesting food, you have something called the pyloric sphincter in between your stomach and your small intestines. And as the fluid, the chyme that's created inside the stomach empties into your small intestines, you don't want it to be ruptured where it's just this big flood of food coming in your gut. you want it to be secreted in small amounts, controlled, so that those small amounts can get processed, thoroughly as it enters into the small intestine. So what happens when you take things like Bale Bob, it having a low glycemic index, it helps with a very controlled flow of substance from the stomach into the small intestine, so you could digest way more efficiently, and the microbiome, the gut flora that you have a better chance of processing said food while it's in your gut.
Let's get to the next superfood, the fonia. I keep show them the fonia. I keep hearing about that. That's going to be the next craze.
That's right.
We heard about quinoa, but a lot of people haven't heard about this.
Fonio.
This is something you also instructed me and my queen to take while she was pregnant.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Also my son eats that right now.
Yes, that's why he's so solid. Homeboy walk around like
So what's fonia, my brother?
So, fonio is so potent. Fonio, like on the phone and yo, what's up? Fonio. So it almost is so potent that it can make quinoa look like white rice.
Damn.
Now that's not the knock quinoa. Quinoa's solid now. But fonio's all the way up there. If you look at the Dogon out in Mali, they talk about the nomos and they talk about Patolo. They knew about Sirius B before there was any telescopes, before the Caucasian knew anything about these planetary bodies. Well, the name of Patolo is Digitaria. They named that same thing to the grain of fonio. Their whole tradition inside their culture is centered around the fonio grain. They have granaries. It's included in their weddings. It's a very, very valuable product to them. Now, nutritionally, what makes it so different is when you find grains are always missing the sulfur-containing amino acids, methionine and cysteine. Methionine being needed in the methionine cycle, because here in America, a lot of the cardiovascular diseases is based upon a break in the methionine cycle, and there's a rise in something called homocysteine. And when you put B12 and folate together, that's how you're able to neutralize that problem that occurs with the homocysteine. Cysteine contains the sulfur. This is how you create disulfide bridges, which is why your hair stays up. That's the only reason why we got non-ether. We got non-ether because of the sulfide bridges that are made with our hair. Even our collagen and our tissue is able to stand up and have erect structure because of disulfide bridges, and you get this based on the cysteine. If you get into ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and the whole citric acid cycle, or even with cholesterol, all those is based on acetyl coenzyme A, which also contains cysteine inside. So you have yourself a grain with this sulfur-containing amino acid that's very, very potent, very powerful. Complete amount of amino acids in there, so you're building up your protein, you know what I mean? And what they call it in Africa is hungry rice, because as opposed to eating rice, you would eat something like fonio, but it contains no starch, so you don't have the same problems that you would have eating rice.
Wow, man. So that's, I advise everybody to get up on that. That's incredible. Side note, I got a question. Why do black people or melanated people keloid when they get a cut or something like that? I always wondered that. Because
we have regeneration and we have healing. So when we get cut, our skin opens up, we get a scabs over, and then we get scar tissue. That's one thing. But then you got regeneration, where the body actually regenerates back to its normal state, like Wolverine. He get beat up and then everything like heals back how it was before. You know what I mean? So with keloid, that's our body actually tapping into an ancient healing mechanism that just doesn't quite get right. And it's called the perineural system. Specifically, if you look that up, you'll find out more about how keloids come about based on this healing situation that occurs.
Indeed. Let's get to some more of these superfoods you got on the table, man. What else you got, my brother?
Oh, yeah.
We gonna go down the whole list. They gonna crash your website, brother.
It's all good. These ain't on the site yet. They about to be. This is KOCO Mecca. You find this down in Honduras. This is how you get iron in your body. Now, it ain't nothing like Oxyhemo of greenleaf-herbs.com with Mama Pill. You know, she the queen of the iron. However, this right here is a super sarsaparilla. Y'all know about sarsaparilla. So the brother's gonna get their libido back, the women gonna get their hemoglobin and anemia back. Good thing is you can reuse these pieces over and over again, and the tea is gonna be blood red. And it's a very, very mild flavor to it, so you can spice it up and season it, and you don't gotta worry about the bitter.
So you put that's for tea.
Yeah, this is a tea. You take about 2 or 3 chunks, put it in a pot with about a quart of water, bring it to boil for about 10 minutes, and then let it steep for 10 minutes, and the water's gonna be blood red. And you pour yourself a cup, you could drink it straight, or you could add a little sweetener to it, you know, a little spice to it, and bring it up a notch if you want. You know, I just take it straight. You know?
Indeed. What's this here, brother?
This is Contribo. This is one of Dr. Sebi's favorites right here. You find this in a lot of his top tier formulas. This is a vine that grows down in Honduras. Great for removing excess mucus that you just can't get to. But most importantly, it kicks fatigues behind. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna get some power, you're gonna get some energy out of this stuff. And it has a lot of other properties as well. Just like the kukumeka, this is another herb that can be reused over and over again. And its potency is on such a level that you could do a cold infusion, which means that you can actually put this in a cup of water without heating it and let it sit for at least 6 hours and drink the water, and you get a lot of the properties out of the vine.
So that's like a tea form also.
That's right. Now this is the creme de la creme. This is my baby right here. Now, y'all know I love C3. That's my homie. That's my first love. I'll be married to her forever. But this is my second wife. But nah, Phytomega-3, this is marine phytoplankton out the ocean. We always talk about who's on top of the food chain. How about who's on the foundation of the food chain? We always talk about the Amazon rainforest producing oxygen. It only produces a good 10 to 20% of the world's oxygen. Phytoplankton produce 70% of the world's oxygen. You're gonna find, I got all the things listed on here, from B12 to iron to folate to iodine, ATP, GTP, and for all of those vegans out there who are having problems getting your omega-3s in, you find DHA and EPA inside of the phytoplankton as well. So it's so potent, you only need to take about a half a teaspoon in a liter of water daily. You put a half a teaspoon in a liter of water, drink the water throughout the day, do that every day. You're gonna have amazing results. I got at least 5 people here that's watching the talk right now, the lecture right now, that have come to me personally today talking about how they ordered the phytoplankton a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, and all the results that they experienced based on
what kind of results?
It.
What kind of results?
Well, one brother had a stroke. You know what I'm saying? He was like his left leg and something in his back was numb, and what ended up happening was, you know, of course he did his natural thing, but it wasn't until he got this phytoplankton that he was able to sleep. He couldn't sleep at night, and if you can't sleep, you can't regenerate. So he's able to rest, he was able to regenerate, so when he woke up, he had his energy, and then he just kept it moving. And at this point, he don't got no more numbness in his leg. He's at 100%, and he was just so thankful. Like, he was talking to me at least for 15, 20 minutes about how powerful this phyto is. I'm like, this is what whales eat. So my thing is, if something as big as a whale who don't got teeth is gonna eat on this, then you already know. Mama Pill just came in the building.
Mama Pill in the building.
Tell you about this phytoplankton. I gave her some of this phytoplankton. She swears by it. If I could sum it up in one phrase, I would say it increases voltage. Increases voltage.
Your electrical voltage.
Yes.
KT, I need that today, man. Put that to the side.
We fall victim because our voltage drops. This raises the voltage so your intelligence has the necessary energy to get the work done.
Put that to the side for me, brother. I'm gonna get that from you. I'm getting that.
No, this is somebody's right here. I gotta give you your own.
You ain't got no more with you today?
They done.
Damn.
They gone, y'all. They snatched them up. Let me get the glasses. So I got them. I don't even need the box because I got them on. Actually, the blue block of glasses. You see me talking about these all the time.
Indeed.
You got the blue light coming in, tan up your melanopsin, messing up your circadian rhythm. Wi-Fi's blue light, fluorescent lights, LED bulbs, predominantly blue light, toxicity. These lights help to filter out a lot of those harmful frequencies. So you don't suffer from all the eye strain, rubbing of the neck. You can go longer. So I suggest this for a lot of people who work during the day or work at night and need to protect their eyes. It prevents macular degeneration from the onset of that coming, because the world we living in now, we're destroying our eyes, which is deep, because we about to move into 2020, which we all know deals with, clear vision. Let me see bottle. So this right here is my Queen's product right here, the Oracle. All right. On her site, trapwithoracle.com, she's selling these water bottles. They're glass, which water should be in. That's the best thing to drink water out of. And inside, she has real amethyst crystals. So what this amethyst crystal does is it charges the water. Now, I know people say, that's pseudo. What you mean charging water? How you charge water? Water's a battery. Hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen has the positive charge. Oxygen has the negative charge. When you split them, you have a potential. And when you hit water with infrared energy, you create an exclusion zone, or an area that's predominantly negative ions. So the more negative ions you have in a water, the more electricity in it, the more voltage in it, the more alkalized it is. So what this bottle does, especially if you sit it out in the sun, is going to charge your water. And then it's a good way to kind of keep track of staying hydrated throughout the day. And she carries these on her site. I suggest all of y'all
that looks serious.
Jump on that.
Here early, we got that on the map.
This is dope. So you just pour the water in here.
Pour the water inside. Yeah, you unscrew the top and pour it in. And if you got to clean it, you just unscrew the bottom, and it detaches so you can get your clean on and everything like that and put it back.
Amazing.
Yep, I'll take one of those.
Okay, we could not get off that map.
All right, her second product that she has are these lymphatic rollers. So a lot of women, they've been using makeup all their life. They've been underneath all these lights. They suffering from wrinkles, cracked skin, dry skin, and the lymphatic system inside their face is like sludge. So what you do is you put these rollers in the freezer, get them nice and cold, and you pull them out and you roll them up your neck. You roll your face, you roll your forehead, and it moves the lymph around, and it actually brings a lot more light and radiance back to the face and starts healing your skin and your face again, making you look younger.
Yo, that's a good product.
Oh, no, that's
why? Because
and then on top of that, this one right here, I didn't even say, this is a crystal, so it's not just a roller, but it's made of amethyst, and then she has another one that's jade. So she got jade and amethyst.
That's a very good product. There's been times where I would have to massage my girl's face and she'd be like, oh shit, I never thought, I ain't even knew that part of my body hurt. But like weird parts, like the cheekbones or even the eyebrow, like weird parts that you normally don't. Yeah, that's, yo, the sisters will love that, yeah.
Start pushing it aside, and then all of a sudden it starts to breathe, you open them pores up.
Yo, that's a genius product. Everybody should get that.
Products there.
They should get that for their queen, everybody.
So
what else?
Do the Bantana now. So the last product here is the Bantana. Now this is a sacred oil that comes from Honduras. This Bantana oil right here, a lot of people call me and be like, KT, I got bald spots, alopecia, lost my edges, my hair is thinning. What do I do? There's nothing better than this. This oil has been guaranteed to regrow hair from being bald. So y'all can Google it. Batana oil. Look it up, do the research, you're gonna see. This is a very, very powerful product. The procedure that the indigenous people got to go through just to harvest this oil in itself is yeah, y'all wouldn't even believe me if I told you. But the byproduct of all that work, when you put this on your scalp, in your hair, and on your skin, you'll see the results immediately.
You get that to LeBron James, man. Grow that hairline back.
Oh yeah, I could definitely throw that back.
That hairline back, man. Shit. But yeah, man, this is some amazing products. Superfoods, super herbs. I mean, this the water with the bottled water with the crystal, man. This is some great stuff. Tell the people, KT, how can they get this stuff, my brother?
So the bottled water and the rollers you will get from trapwithoracle.com. That's TARAPWITHORCLE.com. That's where you will find those items. All the other items that I mentioned, you'll find at ktthearchdegree.net. And if you heard me speak of the Oxyhemo, you got to make sure you go to greenleaf-herbs.com to get that Oxyhemo, that colonies, so you can shop with Mama Pill, you know? So, for sure, for sure. Yeah, Rich, we in the building.
All right. KT, man, I want to thank you. Yo, fellas, if y'all celebrate Christmas, I advise you to get those products for your queen.
Holidays coming. Y'all about to eat all that trash Thanksgiving, Christmas. You got to clean his body up. Get it right. Get your queen the bottle and the roller. You got with her because of how fine she wanted to stay fine, right?
Radiating.
You want to stay radiant,
you want her
right?
to glow.
Get her something. Say, baby, I got you something so you look like this for the next 50 years.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. Shout out Mama Pill just came in the building.
Mama Pill in the building.
Shout out Mama Pill just came in the building. All right. All right, thank you, my brother. You about to hit the stage? We out here, family.
Yeah,
Peace.
Peace.